Hello, I am the hospice social worker mom. I am thankful, grateful, and blessed. I wanted to come on and do a quick video about a struggle that I'm sure many hospice social workers go through, but I wanted to talk about it a little bit. Sometimes we have patients and they may be on service for 5 months, a year, 2 years, and they do not have funeral homes. They do not have a DNR. And it is some people's thought process that tells them that all hospice patients should have a DNR. All hospice patients should have a funeral home. And one of the things that we have to advocate for is educating families on DNR and educating them on a funeral home. We are not in the business of making anybody sign a DNR. We are in the business of educating them so they can make an informed decision on whether they want to be a DNR or whether they want to be a full code. That is our goal, to make sure that they know what they're signing, they understand the differences, and that they make a decision that they want to make for their loved one, or that hospice patient makes the decision for himself. The other one is the funeral home. Now, I just got off the phone with a nurse who have been with this family all of maybe 5 hours. Met them for the first time. Patient is deceased, and she decided to call in the office and to tell my supervisor that I have not seen the patient and I have not educated them on funeral home. I saw this patient last week. I knew she wasn't doing well. I spoke with the daughter about the funeral home. I've also spoken to her the last year about funeral homes. So for me, what I start doing is I make sure that I leave them information for 2 funeral homes to call if they desire. Doesn't mean they're going to call them. And I also can't make them call them. And I'm also not going to pressure them to make that decision. Because I am a hospice social worker. I am designed to meet them where they are. And it is not ethical of me, I feel, to push people with anything. So I felt like I needed to educate this nurse, and I did as respectfully as I could. So I explained to her that I saw them last week. If you go and look at the book on the edge of her corner in her room, up top on the top shelf, I said when you walk in the room, facing the room, it's to the right all the way to the back. I said you will see my signature for last week. And I explained to her that this family is well aware that they at some point will need a funeral home. They have declined to engage in that conversation. Do I want them to decline that conversation? I don't. I want us to get it done. However, it's not about me. So I explained to her that one thing that me and her both know is that now her mother is deceased. Now that the patient is deceased, they will find or decide on a funeral home. And I can help them. So the nurse proceeds to tell me that she's called the funeral home. And she found out that they could come pick this lady up. And she explains to me that they can hold this woman's body for 30 days. And I said, well, if they don't have any money, how they gonna pay them in 30 days? Well, I don't know. I guess they'll have to figure it out. I said, when the hospice nurse gets there, because was a CC nurse, I said, have her to give me a call. I proceeded to call the hospice nurse, let her know about all of this, and I said, give me a call when you get there. I have also had talked to the patient's granddaughter, who said her mother left her phone and her mom went in the bathroom. Her mom has been in the bathroom for over an hour. What I want to be clear about is that the daughter is not going to be in the bathroom forever. As crazy as it may seem, that may be her way of coping, dealing. She may be getting herself together. I don't know what the lady's doing. But I do know that when I speak to them, I will try to direct them on a funeral home, and a nurse will be there to explain that at this point in this patient's journey, she has to go to a funeral home. So, am I frustrated? Yes. However, I can't change that nurse's way of thinking. I tried to educate her because it was the best I could do without being upset. But what I can do is have a funeral home that I know that could take her. I have 2 options. Then she's already has them, and I can make sure that she has them if she's lost them. I also can provide her with information for willed body. That is what's in my wheelhouse to do, because at this time she's as ready as she's going to be to say, okay, her mom is literally deceased and she still has not found a funeral home. And I explained to her, so what makes you think, if you're sitting there with her and you've talked to her, what makes you think that I have not? She said, well, she's been on service a year. I said, well, what if she's been on 2 years and she don't want to do it? Do I discharge the patient? No. We support people where they are. And I want all social workers out there to know that you will be frustrated, that it is overwhelming, and sometimes this job does feel like you are not appreciated. And even in the field that we're in, some nurses don't understand the lane that they're supposed to be in and that we're supposed to be in. And they don't understand that we are connected, but we have different parts of the body. We handle the emotional part of it. I support DNRs. I support funeral homes. I also support families that do not want to do them when they come on service or as I'm trying to get them to do them. And so I have those conversations that at some point this is going to happen. So this is a little rant today, but someone that goes through this, I want you to know you're still a good social worker. You are still valued. And tomorrow is going to be a different day. So what I did to decompress is I came and I worked out and at the gym, and now I came to do this video. And so that has helped me feel a little better, and it also helps me let some other social worker out there know that you still good, you still got it. You can't be letting these nurses dictate or put their values on you or what you do on these patients. That's not our job. We are advocates. We are people that stand in the gap for these families, and we will meet them where they are, even if it is at the bathroom while your loved one is deceased. We will meet them right there. So thank you. Please subscribe. Again, the Hospital Social Worker Mom. Thank you. Bye-bye.